Why is bro going wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? Like, genuinely. Anywho. Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, y'all really weren't supposed to see me. I ain't gonna hold y'all. There was supposed to be a camp thing that I was supposed to be working at, but it got postponed. Because our government workers can't get themselves in order. Read the message, auto mod stopped. That now you got me having to check Twitch on my phone. Also, I'm kind of waiting on the FIFA E World Cup. Because, like, I was watching that yesterday. This Rocket League. I was genuinely watching it yesterday. And I thought, oh, the finals are going to play. And then they didn't play. Let me see. I don't see nothing. It's telling me auto mod. It's telling me auto mod. I ain't see nothing yet. Crazy. Almost makes me wonder what you said. Hmm. Oh well. Bruh. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Alright. So, my plans for today are very simple. I don't know what this base looks like at all. So I gotta go check that. See what that's like. See what that looks like. It's probably gonna be something promising. Hopefully achievable again this time around. Hopefully. Can't say for sure. I want another team. Give me my Flins and Alpha team because I need friendship for the two of them. I just pressed to. Thank you. Yep. No need to lag. Genshin, please. Thank you. I'm gonna tell y'all something here, crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, my computer kind of had a issue that's been plaguing it for a while, and hopefully I fixed it now. I can't guarantee anything. I gotta do some like longer term testing to see. Because my motherboard had a short. You know the motherboard's the thing that houses all of the important components. Your CPU, your storage, your RAM, all of that plugs into the motherboard. So like, my motherboard had a short, and I didn't recognize that it was a short. I just told myself, why on earth is this bugging? It's functioning as it should, but then, like, maybe a day or two, every 2 months, it'd be like, yeah, power doesn't exist. And I thought for a second that maybe it was like the power outlet or something, but it wasn't the power outlet. Because if it was the outlet, then nothing else would work in it. And everything else was working in it fine. And then it hit me. Maybe I should do some further troubleshooting. And I did, and I was like, oh. That's what it is. So yeah, I went and spent money. And fixed the issue. So hopefully, there shouldn't be any issues now with my computer, and I can stream when I'm supposed to stream. As long as nothing important comes up. Match 1, 2. Yeah, so we skipping that one. Did I do all of the others already? Oh. Well, that sucks. Yes, I have. Why did I click that? No. 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 I've been purposefully avoiding clicking any of these. I've been purposefully avoiding those. I can get anecdotes from... What? Okay. So, never mind then. I guess I'm going to be doing the anecdotes when I see them. I was avoiding them because I told myself, I don't really want to do those. But if I could use them to get a long-term encounter point, you know, maybe I'll do them. Maybe, yeah, possibly. I actually have story to do. Wow. I'm gonna do that in time. Hopefully soon, though, because I have a break. I don't have any pressing, important work to do. Hey, Blackwings, it's been a while. What's good, bro? Cryomage and the Weasel. Okay. Okay, so no new Valette second side. So plunge second side. Hey, thanks, bro. So I'm feeling... I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a plunge Hu Tao, maybe? Question mark. Second side. And then topside Flins, because this topside Flins and F is going to be fine. I shouldn't have any issues with that. But for plunge Hu Tao, I need Xian Yun, and I think my Xian Yun is fine. Should just use some more attack. Do 200% of the Xianyun's attack, so I need attack, so I need to level that stuff. Plunging attack crit rate up to... okay, that's fine. So I just need to make sure that these are leveled. What do I think about the Abyss reset? So far, at least just from looking at them, it seems okay. I don't know what the HP totals are, so I can't say whether I actually like it or not. But it seems almost doable. It's something I could look at and actually think of teams for once, instead of having to rely on an external source. Ooh, HP, that's not what I want. Defense is also not what I want. Ew. That sucks. Oh, and this is healing. Yeah, this needs leveling as well. Yeah, that's fine. So my Xianyun is now decently built. I'll test teams 1 and 2 in these earlier chambers as long as the opponents allow it. Yeah, it seems so. So second side is a plunge Hu Tao with Xingqiu. Hu Tao Xingqiu. In place of Kazuha. I'll need more ER on Xianyun. You may have a point, but we'll test this and see how that goes first. Push comes to shove, I'll come out and try again. If I need at least 180, that means I might have to go recharge Sands. That's fine, I think. I think I have one, possibly. And then what did I say was topside? Topside is Flynn's Inafa. Shoot, Flynn's Inafa relies on... that's fine. I'll just sub in Farina. One, two, three. Come here. Come here, buddy. Okay, that took all of 2 seconds. Meow. Bang. Here we go. No, I won't. That. That. Cool. But this top side is literally taking 2 seconds. And then on the bottom side, I'm like, eh. One, two, three. How much resistance does this guy have? This is floor 10, I'm dealing negative damage. Oh boy. Ooh. Attack. Yeah, I'll take that for now. Splints can benefit. And an Epic can benefit. Juggle. It is literally taking all of 2 seconds for the top side. Chew. Come here, big guy. So why is it that it took 2 plunges here, but the other guy took like 40 seconds? I don't get it. Okay. You do have a point. I do need recharge though. Because my Xianyun, she has energy, she's getting energy. But the energy she's getting isn't quite like high enough. And she's on 5 piece as well, so I'm lucky. Because 5 piece, I could just put an off piece and call that a day. That puts me at 164. It's not 180, but it's close. Can I craft any of these? Oh. Okay, we'll try with this. Wait. 11 incentivizes something different. Let me see what 11 incentivizes. Because it didn't say lunar damage again. It said something else. Pyro and Electro. Pyro topside. Pyro topside? Oh. 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 National team. Simple. 1, 2, 3, sucrose. Order is not important, but I usually keep my DPS in slot 2 and my sub DPS in slot 1. And then Electro. So I can still run Flynn's, technically. But what if I don't want to run Flynn's? What if I want to be special? Perchance. Bro, I don't have one of those. Bro, I don't have one of those. Hey. Yeah, it's going pretty okay. I need... Let's do this, right? Electro charge right in. Grouping, I'm gonna need... What's his name? Either Kazuha or Venti. Venti got a buff. I didn't enable the buff. Kazuha. I guess that is like my team core and then a healer. That floors a ton of enemies. Yeah. Kazuha. First half is a ton of enemies. You know what? It's fine. National will handle it. Now I just need a sustain. Let's go on. Sustainless second half, I'll survive. Skill damage. Yeah. Thank God I have the best 3 animals. Real. Yeah. Hydro is kind of doing nothing here, huh? Yeah, National will handle it. 65, they said. You know, it's 65 enemies. Snapshot that. Yeah, true. Because if there was a time limit here, it'd be a little trickier. I just wasted a jangling out, but that's fine. I could get that energy back. Sustainless. Sus. On 12, there's another story. True. So stainless floor 12 is always going to be a challenge. Unless the character... Wait, then again, no, shielders are sustained, never mind. But then again, you can have characters that shield, but it's not their primary thing. Did I see the Varessa banner? No. I saw that Varessa was supposed to be coming out, but I didn't really like look at the banner that sort of way to see what 4 stars were on it. Burst damage, perfect. It's insane good 4 stars. Hoping the 4 stars are 4 stars. I don't have C6 already. One. Yansan Gaming and Chevrolet the gun purple girl. Ooh, those are actually good. Characters I actually don't have C6 yet, so that's perfect. Finally a banner for me to pull on instead of just building pity. Huh? Who said something about building pity? Don't do that, kids. Building pity is bad. Building pity is either a waste of primo gems or you end up with a character that you already have that you don't need cons for. Oh, this is the last guy. And after that, Colombina Real. There's only 2 things on this side. Still not sure what Colombina does. I actually have to go do some research, find the video. Because I don't get creator experience server access. Oh, that was 160 with no Bennett. The audacity you with C5 Gaming and C5 Chevrolet and C0 Yansan. Ah, but you'll be aight. You just need 1 copy of each and an extra 5 copies of Yansan. That's 5. I just need 1 after this. And it's a mirror maiden. I could just like juggle her. Stop running away. There we go. No clue what she would be. Broken, the broken. Being a moon and all that true. Not an Archon, but you would say OP like New Valette. Okay. So that's still valid. Nope, bad idea. Columbino will be boosting lunar damage along with the new lunar reaction for crystallize. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. They're finally doing something new with crystallize. Finally. Albeit it's a lunar version, but that's not important. Maybe alongside it, they boost the shields that crystallize give. Yeah, so Luna support. Flynn's Inefa bottom side. And then top side plunge Hu Tao. So not your standard issue Hu Tao team. Wait, you know, technically I could put these two together because Farina applies a lot of Hydro and she drains HP, so Hu Tao is gonna play friendly. And then on top of that, I put in Xian Yun, who's gonna try to heal with the ult, but Geo characters are gonna be back. Yeah, let's go. And I think the last slot I just need a shield. Hopefully, hopefully. We're only like 30 minutes in. We're literally only like 30 minutes into stream. So if I could clear like now, I'm cooked. Maybe not. 40 enemies is a lot, but I think I can manage. I don't have any grouping, but I think I can manage. There's only 10 enemies that I've cleared so far. How about a what? Bro, I didn't hear what she said. That didn't quite sound right. Probably heard her wrong. Okay, she's healing way faster than Farina's taking HP. Okay, so this is giving me ideas. Instead of plunge Hu Tao, I put Venti in that slot so that I get the crowd control. If I put Venti in that slot for the crowd control, that significantly increase my speed. But then that means Hu Tao at that point wouldn't be the best slot there. That'd bring it to Arle. We'll see. That should work. Yeah, I saw the last bosses, but shh. Alright. Right, this is the one that acts for Flynn's. Shh. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. This is the one that acts for what? What? Ah, thank you. I was trying to switch to number 3 for the longest time now. Oh no. So I am clearing through them relatively quickly. It swirled Pyro. I'm sure I didn't need a Pyro swirl, but yeah, I'll be fine. I say as if time isn't ticking down. Not even barely past the halfway point for the enemies here. Okay. Oh. Yes, I do have fish. How good is fish? Questionably good, but decent enough. That's all I got. I still feel like Flynn's would be good on top side though. I get that it's trying to force Pyro. Oh, off-field characters get what? Oh, Durin. I'm an idiot. Shh. Didn't hear that. Plunge. Yeah, fair enough. Because with Venti, that's too late for characters for the buff. Yeah, this is one of those smile and wave moments for real, for real, for real. Oh. Overload? That's the thought process here. Overload. That's the thought process here. Overload. Facial Venti overload. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try that. Though I don't have the witch's buff active. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? I know Fisher was a witch, but I don't have the thing. Shh. Yeah, I didn't do it yet. Shh. It should be clearable without it. It should be clearable without it. Trust. Shh. That's not important. It should be clearable without it. The Yanyan. attack. Good luck indeed. The numbers, they do something to you, you know? It gives you that little bit of dopamine. Just seeing this many numbers. Yeah. Bang. Bang. Why they sound like that though? Oh, that's a stretch. Oh, what? Why that the sound they making though? Why is that the sound they making though? Whoa, okay, yeah, we definitely short on time. Yeah, the JP is more than insane. And I still have 10 more enemies. 9. Oh, the point is I still have more to clear. Oh my, it is. Maybe Sucrose, then to drive Venti. You mean Sucrose in the slot where Facial is? Cause yeah, Sucrose would also help Battery Venti. Cause I really wouldn't have the Sucrose out. Okay. So we put Sucrose here. Why not Arlev, Bennett, Zhangling, Kazuha? Arlev, Bennett, Zhangling, Kazuha. That could work. I just never thought about it, you know? I just straight up never thought about it. Wait, off-field Pyro, I could also just use Mawika. You know what? We'll test. That's what you use to clear all floors. Okay, bet. One, two, bang. Okay, the numbers look okay. Okay, I'm clearing this significantly faster. Great team recommendation. The hardest bit about this team is remembering the rotation. So that you could get it like 90% of the time. Okay. Okay. That looks good. Not really like clearable to 3-star, but at least okay. What? I didn't crit. Some of these I'm not even vaping on. Farina's stealing some of the vape. Well, that's fine. At least for now. One, two, three. Ow. Okay, so here's the plan. Here's the idea. Right? I do a 1 clear. And by a clear, I literally just mean clear, like 33-star. Like worse. And then where is the cheeky little bastard? There he is. Are we looking close for comfort? I'm not getting the plunges on him, which kinda sucks. Oh well. Not gonna lie, you were expecting bigger numbers? Yeah, me too. Attack. Who no? Nearly lost Arle. the important part is the bare nearly and not that I did. Because losing Arle would be very bad. Especially seeing as Arle is like a little more than half of the team's output in damage. No. Swirl. Okay. 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 We look good. I say we look good knowing full well we ain't. What on earth was that? It didn't hit. Did it hit? I think it hit, but it didn't crit. What was that? Where did the damage go? I don't steal things off of my characters, so it can be that my Mawika was missing a piece. Oh, right. Wait, this is the problem. I just thought about it. Yeah, this is the problem. My Mawika would rely on my Jilinin to charge her out. Yeah, the characters are built. My Mawika usually relies on Jilinin to charge her out. And because of that, I'm either prematurely ulting, I'm ulting too early, or I'm not getting enough for the ult. Yeah, when a character consumes Night's ult, you're right. True, I could use Jilinin instead of Zhongli, but then I'd lose these. Then again, I'd still have sustain, because Jilinin herself is a sustain technically. So I'd have these two, one to charge the other, one to buff the other. Vape for the non-hydro enemies, and a buff, and the plunge. Okay, we'll try that. We'll try that. Why didn't I ban it out before? Bennett, then Zhangling so that she could snapshot. Oh, did they patch snapshotting though? I don't know. Thanks, Brody. I can't guarantee that this is gonna go extremely well, but I know that it's going well enough. Like, well enough that I could make some progress. It might not be a 36-star clear, but it'll be a clear. Crowd control. Bang. Removing snapshotting from a character would be a nerf. Is illegal for them to do fair. But then again, they do that pretty frequently with certain characters, but mostly like new characters. Because they release a character, the new character has a quote-unquote bug that just makes them more OP than everybody else. It's kind of almost like League of Legends. Don't quote me on that. Whereas like, yeah, the new character is broken. Then new version comes out. They're like, oh yeah, the new character had a bug, so we fixed the bug. And now the new character is still broken, but not as broken. Swirl. Oh yeah, this rotation is making sense now. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking this a lot. Over here, swirl. Oh, nope. OT. In China, there's a law that gacha companies cannot nerf characters post-release. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. The spirit of the law is to prevent companies from nerfing characters to encourage the sale of new characters. Did not know that. Thanks for the information. So that means, essentially, if Genshin does decide to nerf a character, it's illegal. We let the Chinese government know. Yeah. If only it were the same for, like... If only it were the same for, like, League. I'm saying that, but I don't play League of Legends often enough for it to bother me. Oh! Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. I need this. There we go. 203. When Hoyo tries to fix a bug with Nuki by slowing down his rotation speed. Within 12 hours there was a lawsuit. Whoa! I did not know that. That's crazy. That is why they had the compensation that they gave us. It's not a full ult, but it's close. Also, why am I so close to the 5-minute mark? Wasn't I comfortably clear of that mark before? Nah, we doing that again. Nah, we doing that again. We'll really have to see how that goes, because that's like genuinely cool information that I did not know before. I rotated wrong. Bennett, jungling. Then I do that group for the second time. Then I go ham with Arle. That's big damage. Unless it's a clear bug like Barber in patch 3. True. Did I hear about that bug and how it worked? I think I might have heard about it at the time, because I started playing in version 1.4 and version 3.0 I was still active, but I can't tell you what it was now. I don't recall. Do I understand the different bloom style reactions? Spread her not cry. Spread her not cry. We had regular bloom, we had a hyper bloom, we had version, but the hyper bloom had spread and hyper bloom, which were slightly different, but just depended on who triggered it. I think that's about it. Those were the only real notable bits. But I know how to trigger Hyper Bloom Emergent. Yes. To trigger Hyper Bloom, I first gotta trigger Bloom, then I have to hit the Dendro Core with Electro. Same thing with Version, because it's Bloom first, and then you burn the Bloom Core to cause Version. I bet. So what was the bug? Barbara's skill applies Hydra every half second and in an airway around her, but it's on standard ICD. Okay. Which means she could create a lot of Bloom Cores at any given time, albeit standard ICD, so it doesn't apply to the enemies the same. Standard ICD, if I'm not wrong, is every 1.5 seconds. And the bug made it so Barbara could hit Dendro Cores with Hydra and make a new Dendro Core without removing the old one. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. And then each new Bloom Core had its own... yeah, I see where this is going. So this is like Super Bloom, but before Nilou, because of the amount of Bloom Cores you're getting and the amount of Bloom that's being triggered. True. So they had to patch that so you couldn't hit Dendro Cores with Hydro to create a new Dendro Core. Okay, that's cool. So again, that's a valid patch. That's a valid bug fix. Then we do like that. I was about to say, why isn't he dead yet? One. Whoa, 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 whoa. You hit me that hard? Crazy. Harley, Bennett to open. Harley, Kazuha. We do like that. We do like that. Do like that. However, Nouvelette's fix was in the game since 4.1, and they tried to patch it in 4.8. So yeah, that was definitely an attempt to sell Molani. If I'm not wrong, that was the rotation speed patch, where it prevent you from spinning too quickly. I remember when Newbie spin to win tactic was like genuinely good. I mean, it's still good, but I probably should have ulted with Farina first, but yeah, it's fine. No, they knew this and could have fixed it during his beta test. They knew. Oh yeah, that makes it worse. Zero legal issues nerfing in beta because that's not a release character. True. That's also true, because they did something similar, if I'm not wrong, with Yaimiko, because Yaimiko had a targeting issue bug shortly after her release and they fixed it. Their first fix was a nerf to her. Oh, they got sued again for that. I knew about like a targeting issue that they had. I didn't know that it was a direct nerf to Miko. It almost feels good, like just straight up having casual conversation while I'm in like the most intense fight ever. They'd be like, ah, yeah. Nah, my characters are fine. Yeah, they were about to die just now, but now keep saying what you were saying. It made totems hit the closest thing to them rather than target within range. The IC on her totems got you less reaction. True. Okay, fair. And the C2 range was negated. But they targeted... The bug is they targeted everything on a random hit list. Oh. Okay, within 8 seconds of a sprint, I'll take this one. So if you fight in open world, half her totem hits struck plants instead of the enemy. Oh. I mean, that sucks, huh? Whoa. That's a lot of HP, sir, that just disappeared. The proper fix was implemented is that it will prioritize enemies instead of random trash. Okay, that's good. Never fought this boss a day in my life, and I don't think I'm gonna want to. Who needs this boss? Oh, you happen to be a Miko main? Crazy. I have the right team for it? Nice. Well, at least that's good to hear. Come on, please. There we go. And I got an achievement. Whoa, okay, I need this. Should be applied. Okay. Okay. So I have to go back through that pyro fight again. When you break the giant max boss cryo shield, you also take 30% of the boss remaining HP. Okay, that's good. So just mono pyro team for him. One, two, three. No! I was trying to switch. Klee is very satisfying on this boss. I wish I had Klee. Like, it's crazy I find myself saying that after skipping Klee's banner. Like, I think it was the third rerun? And I didn't pull for Klee on the other banner, what's it called? The new one, the one that brings back old characters that were supposed to get reruns but never did. Oh, you got her early on, lucky. Chronicle Wish, right. Like, the character that I really wanted from the start of the game was Hu Tao, and I got lucky and got Hu Tao. So when I saw Klee, I was like, man, do I really just want a half-size character that deals pyro damage that was clunky at the time, but then they fix her? Yo, Arla? Nah, she be good. She be aight. Nah, trust. Arla be aight. I'ma need this. Thank you. Oh, nah, huh? Nah, huh? Bro, the rocks. Huh? I guess we go in again. Please, the only exception to your account self-rule because there's something novel about wrecking a base with a literal child. True. That's valid. That was me and Nahida in the 3.x days. Albeit my Nahida team was Hyper Bloom right in because I didn't get Nilu on her first bow, on her first rerun, on her first banner. Your self-rule is pull for waifus and then those that support the waifus. Fair. That is a very valid self-rule. Yeah, Klee isn't really a support. And she's not really a waifu. But it was in the early days of your account. So what could you do? If you see where I'm coming from. You're not hitting me, sir. As much as you thought you were, you're not hitting me, sir. Hehe. Good damage, good damage, good damage, good damage. Let's try to plunge with somebody out. Somebody that isn't as important until Mawika heals. There we go. Sure, go right ahead. My showcase of characters is decently okay in my eyes. I don't remember what I had there. I think I just color coded characters. Game? Game? I'm pressing 4, thank you. Oh boy, I need some healing. Do like that. Into this. 285, yes. Fair enough. Bang! 280. Okay, it's not as much damage as I would like, but it's clearable damage, if you see where I'm coming from. So, 33 stars as a base, we're gonna reattempt. We're gonna go again until we find teams that could clear 36 star. Possibly 36 star. Also, what was that achievement? Defeat the super heavy Land Rover mechanized fortress that has overheated and become immobilized at least 2 times. Okay. Is there one for 1 time? There we go. Primo gems. How many primos do I have now? 840. I like that. I like that number. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make many more primos than that this stream. Where was I just now? Bag. Here. Eh. Nah. I gotta use those. How much do you have? Because like I want to say as a free to play, I don't hoard wishes, though I should, but I don't. If that makes sense, because I also want to like take advantage of the Stardust exchange and Star Glitter exchange. So the more pulls I do, the more pulls I get. How much you got? $530. But, where, where we get that number from? Where did the 500 wishes come from? I'm doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. 15, 20, 25, 30, 31. 530 wishes. Exams were, I want to say, a little stressful, but I managed. Comes from serious wish management over a long time. Could only be because like that's a lot of wishes. Restart, yeah. Then I could buy that one. Cashback system. Spend one to get one. I should probably get those as well at some point. I don't know. I'm on a guaranteed and I feel like I want Columbina. So I'll actually save this time. I don't usually save, I'm sure we know this. Like, looking at my character roster for a free-to-play player, you could tell that I don't really save. I just spend. And then I end up with whatever I get. I've always been careful not to spend more than you earn, just so the amount goes up over time. Valid. That's fair. You skipped Inafa so you could get Loma C0R0. The problem is, right, during the time when Inafa came out and when Loma came out, I really wasn't that active. It was literally, I had a group, I had 2 group projects and a solo project I was working on. So it was like just doing the bare minimum of Genshin. It was like, oh, pull here, pull there, call that what it is, and get something. Then you got Caesar R1 Nefer. Ooh, cool. I tried pulling for Nefer, and I don't think that worked out. How long ago did Nefer come out? That gave me an idea of how far back I'm looking. Nefer was the last character. Okay, wish history. Due to your luck with Nefer, you are now 80 wishes ahead of your original plan positioned in savings. Lucky man. So 6 5s is 30, 31 pity. I think this is when I was pulling for Nefer, and I lost to Mona. You originally planned to be over 440 saves when Columbina dropped. That's still good, because that means you have more than you wanted. Having more than you wanted is always a good thing. It's better to have more than it is to have less. So my topside team doesn't change. My topside team does not change. No, Bennett there, and yeah. My topside team doesn't change. My bottom side team needs damage. Statistical average to get a desired 5-star is 110. Could be more or less depending on luck. Usually I just operate off soft pity, which is 75. But that's valid. I operate off soft pity because I'm like, I want at least one 5-star every patch. So I have to get to 75, which is in pity, every patch at some point. Even if I end up losing the 50-50, it's like, I'll just get the next one. You go by the 110 construction calculation when you plan your wishes this far in advance, dealing with multiple 5-stars. Fair. That makes sense. Characters plunging attack. If I do plunging though, I tried Mawika. My plunge Hutao deals a hell of a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna go with that over the Mawika, despite the fact that my Mawika does a lot of damage by herself. I'll try plunge Hutao. I haven't played Genshin in months. It's crazy, but that's fine. So when you have good luck, you don't have to spend those leftover wishes this day and help and compensate for bad luck later. That's smart. That's fair. I need this one. This kid. Do I need a shield? I think I should have a shield. But then again, oh, I should definitely have a shield. I want a shield. You stopped when Arlie came out. Funny enough, this is when a lot of my friends like stopped playing per se. Like they pop back in occasionally, but that's like when they were last incredibly active. You skip, are they too tomboyish for me? Yeah, it's valid, I guess. I mean, for me, I don't mind. Plus, on top of all of that, she's a decent character. So does that mean that you also find, what's her name? The Aramite merchant. Why is it I could remember who she is, but not the name? I have a problem. But you know what I mean. Does that mean that you also find her tomboyish? A little too much so? Whoa. And that's fair. Some of us do also follow personal reasons when it comes to pulling characters. Whoa, I cleared this a lot faster than I thought I did. Aramite merchant. You don't recall a playable character that fits that description? What's her name? She gives damage reduction. Not Dory. No, merchant's the wrong word, but you Aramite. She did some work as a bodyguard. There. Right. I like how I could remember every other thing about the character. They're an Aramite. They give damage reduction. They use a claymore. Fighter for hire, yeah. My fault. Mercenary. Wrong terminology, but it was at least close. It began with M. No. Shield. I'm not getting these Yanyun out I'd like. Oh boy. Merchant threw you off. Yeah, that's my fault. I let him go back in the thing. Oh. Am I brain dead? Why would I let him go back in the thing? Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm not doing good enough with this team. Yeah, I'm not doing good enough with this team. I shouldn't have hit retry. It should have been reconfigure party. I'm not doing good enough with this team over here. It's specifying plunge, but I feel like I could just brute force it if I have enough damage. Now that also means I can't do Hydro. I just need a team to counter the last chamber. Yeah, as long as I could, as long as I have like a Claymore or something, a Claymore, a decent sustain, I can counter that. It's just, but that's the thing. I don't have max stars on any chamber currently. I have 2 stars on everything, 2 stars on each. But my topside team is clearing decently fast. Topside team is clearing fast enough, at least in my eyes. Topside team is clearing fast enough. It's calling for plunge. Navia, my Navia is not. My Navia is built, but my Navia is not good built, if that makes sense. I should have that on. She's built, but not good built, if that makes sense. She needs some pieces. She's in desperate need of some pieces. Moore is in desperate need of some pieces. Recommendation here is crit damage. No, it's crit rate. Navia, Farina, Agios, Yanyon. I mean, 72, 140 is decent. Mind you, most of this crit rate is being carried off of this one piece. If I go to anything else, it's like 60. So I need the crit rate, so I need to keep that piece on. But I need crit damage, and I don't have crit damage anywhere. Okay, we'll attempt it. Navia, Farina, Xianyun, and another Geo. Wait. Wait. Xianyun, not Jilenin. I'm an idiot. There. Yeah. Sure, bet. I mean, I'd have to pull up Chrome tab. I could check Akasha one time. Profile. Copy pasta.
暇なら暇でもいいけど、一緒に食材を探しに行こうよ。
Ow. Top one. Okay. Okay. Oh my. Oh, okay. Top 1% Verasa. Top 1%. Whoa. Okay then. I know Akasha isn't like updated. I've got to check Anchor. But I could just click on the Anchor link one time. Wow. Nefer and Clear ordered it. That's fine. But wow. Wow. Level 100. C6. Triple crowned. R1. Wow. 89 220 is actually pretty good as well. You got crit on every single piece. Yeah. Huh. C4 Farina. Sig. 99 206. I almost want to say back off the crit rate just a touch and go more in crit damage, but wow. At this point, I can't even be angry. It's still a good crit ratio. It's still 1 to 2. Nahihi, 6120, 900 EM at 6120. With 1,000 float, yeah, 1,000 floating would be 260. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Klee and Nefer ordered it, but it's still 60 crit rate's a little off, but that's fine. Danger Resonance is 100 more EM. True, so that puts you at 1,000 flat. You're running for Marshall, say? Does that mean you play Klee with Farina? I was about to say it does seem low, but 12, 24, 36. Yeah, it's good then. Farina, Jilinen, Albedo, Ormona, then Klee. Yeah, valid then. That's fair. Chiori, never really understood Chiori. Off-field, Geo, similar to Albedo, but not quite. $94 230. Again, I can't even be angry. Off-field sub DPS. Yeah, I figured as much. But my only thing is Geo, because Geo doesn't really react with anything. But in like a Navia team, that's valid then, because you could put Chiori, Navia, Bennett, and a flex slot where you could just use Bennett or Bennett skill and get Chiori to react, and you get more crystallized shards, which is more bullets for Navia. 55 to 10, good ratio. 1800 attack is also pretty decent. Shilinen and Chiori make a great team. True. Hold on. Shilonen. I can't go character list right now. Shilonen. Buffer. Yeah. Fair. 6270, 6270. Well, 100 270, essentially. 101, 270. Jerry C1 drops the Geo concert requirement and allows Geo party members to work. Nice. That's perfect then. You really hate missing crits on Molani? Yeah, 100% crit rate. That's valid.
のスライムは塩コショウでやっぱりニンニク味がいいか
な。I'm at a loss for words. Cause like I've had Navia for so long. Navia could use more crit rate, he said. He's 76 to 215. Weapon is crit rate main. Navia could use more crit rate, he says. Oh, you know what? You know what? Because her skill is one big burst of damage, fair. Yeah, the other crit ratios are insane in comparison to Navia, but okay, so all of the other crit ratios are insane. But Mona, because you're running Healer Mona. Song of Days Past, Proto Amber. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's a healer Mona. Because you're running Song of Days Past, which gives the team a buff when you heal a party member, and you got Proto Amber, which heals. Medic Mona. Fair, that works. Double M. But still, I'm at a loss for words for this Navia. Your pieces are insane and amazing all by themselves. Bro, you don't have a bad substat on this feather. This feather is perfect. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, recharge. The feather's perfect. Yeah, and you got all of these curves and you still have good recharge. Oh my days. How? Okay, my Wiki doesn't need recharge. Wait, you didn't get a recharge substat at all though. Wow. Lucky. Lucky mans. 250, 240. Well done. I'll give you that. Well done. Very well done. In comparison to your Navi, my Navi about to look so bad. Do I do character reviews? Yes and no. The problem is that I'm only like really versed in older characters. I haven't been playing a lot recently, apart from on stream. So the character kits of most modern characters, I need to have a look-see over before I could tell you if it's good or not. But I kind of have an idea of like how to build a character based on their kit. So I could help if you need a little bit of help. Tactical could probably also help as well because he, wow. I looked at his account just now, out of pure curiosity, mind you. How about F2P Skirk? Skirk is a character I think I could review. I understand how Skirk works well enough. Oh. Benette. Whoa, whoa, why am I getting juggled? Lenny, Nuvelat, Risley all failed their self-account rules and were easy skips. Fair. So that means Skirt was also a character that you both we pause. Alright, yes, I've heard that the Akasha is also doing the thing where they're changing servers. But unimportant. I'll still pull up the Akasha. Dude, we avoid all of the ads. Because his skirt career is a bit low. Let's see. 61, 230 for Mario Chaussee. 12, 24, 36. Yeah, that means you aren't guaranteed crits. I mean, it's still decent though. In my eyes, it's high enough. Oh, Tactical, you just saw the crit rate. You didn't see he was on Mario Chaussee. He gets an additional 36, so it's okay. That means you play a Skirk Farina, so you get the HP drain, so you could keep getting Mario Chaussee buff. You're used to seeing Skirk on the other side. Yeah, fair. 61, 235, good ratio. Almost a flat 2000 attack. Chef's kiss. EM is fine. I mean, Freeze doesn't really benefit from EM. I don't think. I don't know, man. I never really played Freeze. The only Freeze I play is Freeze Ganyu, because Ganyu is the only real cryo carry that I have. Cryo damage bonus is high enough. Recharge is fine, because you don't need it. You really don't need recharge. Ooh, yeah, the burst is level 8. But then again, he's a level 80 character. Hold on. You gotta look at it that way. They're level 80 of 80. They haven't ascended to 90 yet. So once you ascend to 90 and you could crown, scale, and burst, you're cooking. Yeah, I guess we could call this free reviews. I was trying to do Abyss, but I really wasn't getting anywhere. AR60. Yeah, true. So you can ascend to 90. When you do ascend to 90, the only changes here would be to crown scale, crown burst. Maybe home free. Hehe. Valercia, if you want to send your UID, you can as well. I'll have a look. I'll give you the same thing that I told Memoria. I really only know a lot about older characters. I have to really review the kit of a newer character to tell you about them. I still look at the Akasha just in case. EU AR60? Yeah, that's fine. You're a standard when you get Escoffier. Fair enough. That's valid. Because Escoffier is a massive buff to Skirk. Honestly, I wish I got Escoffier because Escoffier with my Ganyu would make my Ganyu actually usable in this. No problem. Glad I was able to help some. Now, Valeria. New Valat, now you need 5. Triple crown, alright. C6, triple crown. I tip my hat to you, sir. It does not have a rim, but I tip my hat to you, sir. Based. Tome of Eternal Flow R1, 43, 320, 43, 323. 12, 24, 30. Yeah, it's fine. That's high enough. That seems high enough. Don't really need EM. That one is a very different build to yours. Now you got me curious. Oh, crit mana. Valid. I like this build. Crit mana isn't the build that I would normally go. I usually just go Hydra app. And if I crit, so be it. But you clearly know more about what you're doing than me. You've cleared Stygian Onslaught. You've cleared Theater. You've 36 to the base. You know more than me, trust. C6. Wow, 93, 130. And then you still have 200% recharge. Crit mana is nothing like your medic mana. It's fair, but again, there's two different use cases. So you gotta look at it that way. You gotta look at it that way. This mana is put in a team to deal extra damage. Your mana is put in the team to buff and heal and then still give extra damage. Kinich is also 95. I'm starting to see a pattern. C6, double crowned. 58, 229 on Obsidian. So that puts you at 98. You built her on medic mana because of Molani. Fair. Because you could battery Molani while still giving heals. Fair. That's valid. Mawika, Molani, Mona Sucrose. Right, Mawika's skill so that you could constantly vape. Okay. Okay. And then your substat rolls are really good. 9, 13, 6, 21, 10, 18. Like, really good pieces. These are like 30, 30, they're about 30, 35 CV a piece. You just let your mana to hit big, fair. Because her ultimate does have a pretty big multiplier on it. You play this game so long, you like to build your characters in some funny ways. Again, I really don't judge builds per se. I ask what's the use case, and then I look at the build, and then I go, okay, yeah, that makes sense, or okay, maybe you could change this or that. But there's no build in my eyes as invalid. Crit Kokomi? Wait, you actually got enough crit? That's pretty cool. I've only ever seen Crit Kokomi on like YouTube. And that was back in the day, back in like 2.x, the 2.x era. Where people were like, oh, Kokomi has negative crit rate. Let's make her have positive crit rate. C6, double crowned. Again, wait, is this crown? Is this crown? No, it's not. It's 8, right. I had to double check because it was like, huh? Never done crit Kokomi, but yours is a Bloom DPS with 4 Paradise. Fair. I have to get some Paradise pieces because I want to put Paradise on my... Let me see if I can find the character. The characters in my head. Part of the Arataki gang, the one that wears the mask. Kuki. Right. Took me a minute. I had to really sit down and think about it. I gotta put Paradise on my Kuki. Wait, 44 to... Oh, Marshall say. Oh. Which means you also play Yolan with Farina. Ah. That's fair, I guess. I normally use my Yolan as like a general sub DPS and support. But this is fair too, this works. Flynn's! Yeah, I barely know how Flynn's works. I have a Flynn's on my account. And I barely know how he works. I'm just pressing buttons. I know I press skill, I get infusion. And I could do the other ult. And I know I could press skill again. And I know that there's two ults. And that's all that I know. I don't recall the multiplayers. I don't know if there's anything special about the two different types of skills. I'd have to do the research into that. Flint is funny to play. True. Because it's like, yeah, I could deal electro damage. My electro damage is going to be small, but the lunar charge is going to be big. Electro damage bonus is worthless on Flynn's. Is my Flynn's on electro damage bonus? I don't think so. I think I got Flynn's on attack percent. Yeah, Flynn's is on attack percent. Yeah, you just need the attack. $61,228. Okay, 1020, so this is 40 CV. 813 is 16. 16, 26, 29 point. A lot, so call that 30. 10, 33. Okay. So we got some great stats on these artifacts. And then on top of that, you still get more crit rate. So that puts you at like 90, there about 90% crit rate. Looked at Mona already. Venti. Too Glad, Too Verdescent. This is the new build. Daybreak Chronicles. Yeah, this is the new build. I don't know how the new build works. I know he gets infusion. That's all that I know. That's all that I know. I know that because he gets infusion, you want to build him like a regular crit DPS while still having enough recharge to get the ult up. That's all that I know. 65 to 10. 65 seems low. I could be wrong. But I don't really think his personal damage matters as much. Or does he buff crit rate? Does he get more crit rate? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. No? Right. Attack seems good. 2000 attack is a decent baseline. 65 to 10. I don't like that the 65 is that low, but at the same time, Venti's supposed to be a support. They only made him a DPS with this new patch. So, that's fine. It's workable. Purina C2 R1. My respect to you, sir. 7203. My respect to you, sir. Splendor Tranquil Waters. My respect to you, sir. I gotta pull a copy of that if it comes back around on a reroll banner. 4 golden. Don't have a lot of HP stats, but that's because it's 80% main. So I guess that makes sense. 6, 18, 10% recharge. 6, 22, 15% recharge. 2, 11, 70 EM. Right. I want to say the EM rolls are dead, but they're not really dead because you can still use a bit of EM. This is just crit damage. Get attack percent here. Attack percent is the dead stat. 11 recharge is fine. 14% HP%. And then 148 ER. You got her C4, which lowers her requirements, and you still got 169. Wait, her breakpoint is what, 170? Farina? I don't remember. Non C4 is 210 to 220. Okay. So C4 is like around that 170 breakpoint. 160, 170. Arlen 9080. 9180. Nearly read that wrong. Nice. There's some teams where Farina solo Hydron wants over 200 ER. Depends on the team. Okay, that's valid. Great stat ratio here. Almost one. Actually, no, it is 1 to 2. 9180. 2200 attack as well. Well done. Tainari, I don't play Tainari. He's an older character, but I don't play him. I understand how he works, though. C6, good. Triple crown. Not triple crown. Double crown. Close to 150 makes you think that he gets batteried? Yeah, probably. That's okay. Arle, good. Straight out the back. Tainari, 7190 is okay. I would have brought that up to like 80, but stats are hard to come by. You have two builds for her. One more DPS and the other more ER and heal. Okay. So the more DPS you build, you get batteried, and the other one's more ER, so you need the ultimate to support the team. Fair. Sino. We don't see many Sinos on showcases anymore. C2. Single crown. Just the oak. 84, 240. Love it. You get more than 200 crit damage. You get high crit rate. We're good. And then you also have 300 EM. Well done. 300 EM with Staff of Scarlet Sands is a lot of attack. Well done, sir. 125% recharge. I'm assuming Sino also gets batteried. Though, yes, technically he doesn't need a lot of ER. 125 might be a little low. But you want to prioritize damage on Sino anyway. I want to say that at one point I was one of those people. Because I have a Sino on my account that I seldomly use. I have a Sino on my account that I very seldomly use. I don't know if this is recent, but it's close. Let me see. Yeah, that is not recent. That is a very old build. But at one point, I would have said, I don't really play Sino. He wanted C6 Sino, but he came with Flynn's, so just focus on Flynn's. Fair. Okay. My only problem is I don't have Durin. Maybe I could change that. Or, nah, I should save. I'll save. Saving is the better bet. And Chevy is the 4th slot because then you could do overload sign off. Fair. $84 $244 though is still crazy to me. But well done. Durin, I don't understand how he works like at all. I don't understand how Durin works at all. But the crit ratio is really good. 82 to 203. Chef's kiss. And then you still have 150 recharge. Durin's off field, if I'm not wrong, correct? With Durin, you prioritize skill out. You don't need the basic at all because you're not going to on field him. There are ways you could use Durin, but you decided to skip because you got more important goals. Yeah, valid. That's fair. Oh, Albedo 64 144 Husk of Opulent Dreams. Cinnabar Spindle. C1. I don't know what C1 does. Oh, triggering Solar Isotoma. Is he skill? So more energy regen. If you do well enough to get Columbina, you will also get Z-Buy. Okay, fair. And if you get Durin, that means you won't get Z-Buy. That's okay. ER more defense. Nice. I actually have a friend who is an Albedo main, but when I say they're an Albedo main, I don't mean like they use Albedo to clear a base. I mean like Albedo is the only character that they play, and they haven't unlocked floor 9 yet. Zibai is looking much more appealing to you than Durin. I haven't looked at Zibai yet at all. I don't know what he does. You use Albedo on your latest Abyss Clear. Oh, you can see it too if you want. You go. Oh right, yeah, because you have a YouTube. I forgot. I'm gonna drop you a follow on my main and my content account.
深淵を覗きたければ、ナドくらいの夜霧の中を歩むのがおすすめですよ。ワイルドハントの行軍が
Done.
暗闇に引きずり込んでくれるでしょう。
I actually haven't done any video recording in a while. I feel like I should, but at the same time, that also means I need to take the time to sit down, scrub, and edit. And I'm no good at scrubbing because I don't know, man. I'm not as creatively minded as I used to be. Oh well. Topside team. Topside team is 1, 2, 3, and Kazuoi. Bottom side is calling for plunge. That's the only. What if? What if? What if? What if? What if I choose to be special? What if I choose to be special? More attack. This benefits both sides now. One, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I could swirl them again. Yeah. Like that. Not the ult that I wanted, but it's fine, that'll work. Okay, these guys are getting spaced out, and I do not like that. Your Klee had a chance. Your Klee had to chance them down. Chase. Oh, chase them down.
師匠の技を食らいなさ。
Must be terrifying from their perspective. True. You know, it's a pyromaniac of a child just running at you, and you just have to stand there and try to fight.
話が通じないなら。
That'd probably be more than terrifying. That'd be like incredibly scary. And Klee was the only player character on the team. Wow. That just gives you an idea how much damage your Klee was doing. Or rather, how many instances of damage your Klee was doing. Okay, this is working, but it's not working, if that makes sense. So the last boss, we need to hit it with a lot of pyro. A lot of pyro. Your Klee was like, hold my apple juice. That's crazy. But still, imagine there's a boss and you just see a character that's like a 32nd of your size. A fraction so tiny is like barely even mentionable, and that tiny little character is just like, oh, here. Klee's too young for bear, yeah. More attack. Okay, I think I'm gonna make this my last attempt. I'm starting to get tired and hungry. Swirl. Oh yeah, also I'm questioning why didn't my alert go off? Cause I have a follow alert. Why didn't my alert go off? Thanks to the follows. Cause I was looking at my phone because somebody had sent me a message and it was like, I saw an email from Twitter saying, oh, Valarcia started following you, and I was like, huh? It did what? And OBS didn't tell me, like, at all. So it was like a jump scare. It was like, huh? You followed? Okay. No. Enefa. Xianyun. Yelan isn't really necessary here. I'll still take Yelan for the energy. Because that energy does help some.
静かに
No.
随分やさほら暗闇は怖いですか
掃除対象糸よ工作せよ
お静かにいや夢なき眠りへようこそ
Okay, so I'm starting to understand the difference between
絶縁障壁
the two ultimates. One ultimate is a big hit, and the other one is a bunch of small hits.
暗闇は怖いですか
どの目が出るかしら掃除対象
The bunch of small hits will help with adds or smaller enemies, like, you know, regular Hilichurls. I haven't seen regular Hilichurls in Abyss in a long time,
目
though.
を閉じて
Now that I think about it, it's been a while.
風よ千人のご高齢が
いやさせい
糸よ工作せよ
お静かに目を閉じていや暗闇は怖いですか
It was only 22k.
防衛モード知れ
Aw.
修復本抜き
足元をすくまれませんほらお静かに
Wait, but I did get a big hit at the end of that, though, so now I'm confused.
塵となってください風よ知れ痛がっちゃいないどの目が出るかしら
Which one of Flynn's ultimates does more damage? The second one is still decent damage. It's two instances. I did 100k and like 130k. But then the other one, I did a couple of hits. I think it was like 6 hits, and then one big hit of 135 at the end. So you didn't put a lot of effort into figuring out how to use Flynn's or how he works. Well, I'm genuinely confused now because I want to know how he works. He's a fun character to play. Oh yeah, this is the end already. Oh boy, I didn't even realize that.
みんなは俺が守れ風よ
料理の時間だよ
燃えろマイもみちが
Do like that. I need Benette,
話が通じないなら
and I need
うまいでし
what?
ょ
貫こう
Loads upon loads of damage.
全力攻撃
料理の時間だよやっ
Did I not get the energy?
師匠の技を食らいなさい
燃えろ権限落ちる貫こうみんながそばにいてくれ風の行く先を雲
Dangerous game.
が足りなく
ウォーパー火を吹け
No, not so dangerous. Dangerous, but not so dangerous. So we're looking good still. It's still, like,
掃除対象
clearable.
風よ知れ
さあせい
千人のご高齢が
さあはっさあ目を閉じてこう
かかれ
はっ
終わりね風よ防衛モード
夢なき眠りへようこそさあさあや
殲滅モード
Ah,
痛がっちゃいない
I've missed out on the healing. Tip for the enhancer, Mac. Uh-huh.
修復本抜き
目を
Okay. I know that there's a set DPS window. I just don't remember exactly how much it was, seeing as it's been quite a while since he was in Abyss last.
塵となってください。千人のご高来が捕まえた。
足元を救われますよ。
糸よ、工作せかかれ。
ほら、目を。
絶縁障壁。
Okay.
殲滅モード。加速。は、風よ、散れ。周風、ホームに来た。
Okay, you make a point.
警告。損傷が深刻です。ここ。
Okay, you make a point. Under normal circumstances, I would have done that, but Flynn's and Effa kind of just
料理の時間です。
rotate.
みんなは俺が守る。
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
風の赴くままに。100個する。風を知れ。風の歌、雲の意。全力攻撃だ。
やあ、それ。はっ。
いや。せい。
9/11. You didn't see that. No.
料理の時間です。
みんながそばにいて。や。
That was random.
や。
Energy?
やあ、ウオパー。
I was supposed to funnel that. And I didn't funnel that.
仮に。全力攻撃。
話が通じないなら。
100個する。
Okay.
捕まえた。防衛モード起動。はっ、はい。はっ。よっ。ふっ。ふっ。なっ。よっ、はい。風よ、散れ。なっ。なっ。掃除対象、ロックオン。発想の風、羽ばたく。はっ。やっ。と。交渉。
Oh. Where is my energy? Thank you.
お静かに。ほら。お静かに。暗闇は怖いですか。
はい、風よ。
いや。さあ。せい。だ。あ。せい。
周風、ホームに来た。
1, 2, 3.
散れ。はっ。
And F a shield. Plunge.
かかれ。やっ。て。
さあ。
どの目が出るかしら。塵となってください。
目を閉して。ほら。火の底へ。やっぱり。いや、お静かに。運命の分かれ目ですね。
Well. Well. Just when I thought it was good, it started to throw rocks at me.
貫こう。前。みんながそばにいて。
はい、料理の時間です。
Can I swirl again? Hey, what's going on, Kuro? I'm struggling on my second abyss clear. I said clear. I remember I didn't say that it was a 36 star. That's important. Zhang Yun needs to be better built. Yeah, true. Because my Xian Yun right now is utter garbage. My weapon level is low. My talent levels are at 6. She's at level 70. Under normal circumstances, that doesn't even sound like a character that you want to bring into Abyss. I make the exception with my Xian Yun all the time because she's the only character that I never really thought wanted. Whoa. I died on this half? You're one of the few who doesn't hit it? Oh. And funny enough, this is the boss that I'm not struggling with. This is the boss that I usually just clear. I probably just wasn't paying attention and got hit by something that I wasn't supposed to get hit by. Meow. Oh yeah, Kuro, how was exams, bro? You got through everything? The only real trouble I had during exams was math. Because, like, yeah, I understand it somewhat. You should heat up some chili soon. Yeah. Not long from now, I'm gonna end the stream, see if I can get something to eat. Made a batch last night. Nice. Sadly, no Carolina Reapers this time. Oh, but that's fine. The chili just needs a kick. It doesn't need to, you know, make your throat turn into sandpaper. Made a batch in October that had some Reapers and it was awesome. Bro, you know, up to this day, I actually haven't had Carolina Reapers as of yet. Cause like it doesn't just sell here where I am. So I'd have to like either go overseas or look to go out of my way to get some brought in. The Habanars are only 350k Scovies in heat. Yeah, true. They're spicy, but they're like an almost manageable spicy. Reapers are 1.6 million on this scale. Whoa. So the Reapers are like some crazy stuff. Jalapenos only go up to 9,000.
交渉は終わりです。
Thank goodness they're not over.
八方の風羽ばたく。
Dragon Ball joke.
捕まえた。風よ散れ。糸よ工作せよ。
目を閉してほらさ暗闇は怖いですか星塚に
Okay. I should not have struggled with that as much as I did. You don't mind being Dragon of the North when it comes to spice enjoyment? That's valid. No improvement as of yet. Yeah, at least I got through it. Do I spend these now? Of the North because you're Canadian? Ooh. I actually have a friend that lives up there. Well, only lives up there because they're studying. Now, I'll flip a coin. I'll flip a coin. I'll flip a coin. I'll flip a coin. If it's heads, I spend my 5. I say spend them on what you want most. That's fair. But that's the thing. I kind of want Columbina. But I usually just spend my primos, my wishes, and whatever 4 stars I get. That's a benefit. Fluffy Fox still enjoys saying not to spend. Okay, fair. But if heads, I spend. If tails, I don't. Let's go gambling! Because I don't have C6. I don't have C6. What's her name? That's fine. I'm not gonna get Durin. I'm not gonna get Durin. Trust. I'm not gonna get Durin. You don't have any copies of Jehoda? At all? I have, I think, 2 copies. And then I also get the standard out of it. I know Jehoda's a healer. That's all that I know. She's C1. Yeah, the other thing I could have said that I was a character collector. Could have, but no, I don't have every 4-star. So I'm not really a collector. The best way to save wishes is to not spend wishes. True, but the cashback system, you know what? I'd already got my cashback, so that's valid. That makes sense. I'd already gotten my cashback, so that's valid. So I plus 5 to whatever number I have here in my history. How else did you get 530 save? That's fair. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32. That 5 is 37. Okay. $37 is high enough. Before I go, would I like to review your Abyss Clear? Sure, why not? I can't guarantee that I'd be any good at saying if you did anything well or not, but
彼らはただの話せる影ですよ。ただ 自分の過去を永遠と語り
Was
続け
get rid of that. Thank you, Flins.
Hello and welcome to the 6.2 Spiral Abyss. I'm just re-recording a mic overlay since my mic was off during the initial recording. My apologies. But to go through, I see that the first half is going to be off-field power damage bonus, lots of AoE trash. We have Plunge Weasels in the second chamber obviously for Verissa.
Actually, I should
First
pause my
half is
music at
definitely
the same
showing
time.
for Duran Venti team with all the AoE and the off-field pyro. Second chamber, we have a lot of trash. On first half, second half, we have the Hydra enemies. They want Overload.
This is
Verissa
your first run,
instead of the other team
all
doing
uncut.
Verissa.
One recording.
And we have the new boss
Fair.
with Enhancer Mech. A lot of people confuse Enhancer Mech with Field Generator, but this is the one that puts up the Geo Shield and stays on the ground. The other one
Floats in the
Field
air.
Generator is currently in Cygen. Now, the first boss, I did not know its mechanics all that well going in, so I'm basically taking it on blind. But we'll see how that goes.
And I think you'll do alright. Your characters are better than mine. Significantly better than mine.
So, thing about my teams, I'm going to be doing a Klee
Wall
team
of 5 stars.
first,
Wow.
Since that's going to take advantage of the new Hexerai buffs, and I've been playing around with that team for a bit, and I feel it's a good time to show it. And since Verissa's going to be on the next banner, I'm going to use her in this Abyss as well, just to kind of showcase what Verissa can do.
Overload Verissa.
So I will be taking
Base.
advantage of the plunge attack increase. However, Klee has no off-field pyro damage, so I won't be taking advantage of the first half buff.
You played since launch and never took a break. Ooh, better than me. Better than me. I took a couple of breaks. They weren't very long breaks, but I took a couple of breaks.
Of the blessing for doing 2 damage.
Mostly due to school.
So let's get started.
602 to start your UAD.
Gonna go for the
Yeah,
normal
true.
attack damage. That'd be nice for Klee. The HP will help Farina though. Just gonna get to the side here, get Farina's head and buff going. Resistance shred from Jalonin or healing. Now I get the burst going from Klee, and then just take advantage of the Hexerai buffs. That's 130k there.
Bro.
130Ks, 100Ks.
Bro. They're just disappearing.
Guess it depends if they're close enough for.
I'm seeing 50s. I'm seeing hundreds. They're just disappearing.
Refresh my stuff.
And then you're hitting 106k on Albedo?
And these like to teleport away, and even Klee's blast are just throwing them all over the place too.
Wow.
And ran out here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and refresh Reyna. They're dead, so there's now more in the center. Probably gonna split up now. Yeah, there they go. Not like it matters too much. Although I'm gonna be taking the most time on the first chamber.
For your character builds, just make this a walkthrough. Your character builds just make this a walkthrough. Please just like, oh, you want to see them disappear?
Joke, it's like the best comes off. We have an army.
Please trying to be like her mom. A mage is like, you want to see a magic trick? Watch me make all of these disappear. And you're clearing it in good time too.
Hesitant to use burst, but I did use Farina's here. And I don't want to use Klee's just yet.
Please just sharing her dodokos.
But now
Yeah, but the live ones, the armed ones.
Alright.
Those are the ones you gotta be careful with.
Get some overload going. Hyacinth buff going. Now I can plunge. The only way to really break that shield is either waiting 10 million years or doing plunge attacks on it.
Verissa gets a double plunge. I'm assuming that's part of her constellations, isn't it? because I've played Veressa a handful of times.
Powder Tainer, there's several different teams that you could do to work because she
Or is that double
it.
plunge? Her out plunge. No, it's not her out plunge. Because her out plunge would have had the animation.
There you go.
Her
First
double
chamber
plunge
down,
is her
on to
burst.
chamber 2.
Oh, okay. I don't want a copy of Veressa. That's why I'm asking.
Just gonna pick the only card that's good for all chambers. You know it's not really that good. No Frina burst this time because I used it too late last time.
No animation for the oh, that makes sense. Because I'm familiar with just getting the animation, but the animation is the big burst, and the mini burst doesn't get one. Okay, okay.
But for now, Clee will still destroy stuff. So look at her go. Ah, Rena's turned the buff again. Alone in heal and resist shred. And Clee Q time.
100k, 30, 150.
Charge attack there. She's doing really well.
More than really well. Your Clee's doing amazing. And you're playing this with so much time to spare, it's not even funny. Yeah, and he has like no HP. So burst there would have been a waste.
Second chamber. Couple hydro enemies. Get electro, get my buff going.
Clee got serious buffs. Yeah, true.
And versus the butt drop time. They have a good amount of health actually.
More than a good amount. Those things have a lot of HP. I probably should have pulled like more modern characters. Because if I did... But then again, I also don't have signatures for most of my characters. I only have a handful of weapon signatures.
Alright, there we
A
go.
handful of character signature weapons.
Demon
That's the
last
wording I meant.
Last chamber.
That
Nothing really good here, so I'm just
sprint.
gonna pick the first one. And this boss I'm not all that sure about, so let's get started.
Almost seems like you were antsy here, or not sure. Or were you doing research?
I do have Clee at least, so I know this boss wants power application. There we go. Start this out here.
Oh yeah, you did re-record the voices.
Now Clee's turn.
But I mean like during the actual playthrough, because you had paused at the key for a while. So I thought maybe you'd done were doing a little bit of research into the boss. Your mic was muted, fair. Plus, most of the time it's a little difficult to talk through a playthrough.
Here's a crowd shield.
Oh, you were talking about rotations while you were muted.
We'll evaporate the shield pretty quickly. Oh, that's a big chunk of damage on the boss. First re-rolling again.
You mentioned about them prior to that. Yeah. So you didn't need to repeat them. Yeah, that's valid. That makes sense. I don't think it would have been a waste to use. Yeah, I was about to say it wouldn't have been a waste to use Cleave out, seeing as like this is the end of his HP, and there's no floor after 3.
Now we get to deal with the field mech, or enhancer mech. There we go. Guess what's this in the ground with the geo shield? And I'm going to do regular button plunges instead of using it for skill to break the shield. Or at least get close. I can set up my other buffs. And now I can go butt stomping on Brissa.
Man, you do a lot of damage.
Burn it down.
I'm clearly
Now,
still
cooldown on
my
Mephisto,
builds are clearly still in like the 3.x era.
and shield came
Whereas
back.
like, yeah, I have enough
There was no button
damage.
dropping.
I can hit a 3-digit number occasionally,
There we go. Now you can go back to
but not
shield life
frequent
on.
enough to do
There we
things
go.
like
And
that.
now it's done. Now I'm gonna have my builds going across the screen now, so you can see
Nine. Yeah, these are the same builds I looked over just now.
all my different builds.
I didn't see Shilonin though. 220 recharge, signature weapon, skills crowned, 3600 defense. Okay, good.
Now,
The
this
picture
build
choices
isn't
are
too
also
bad.
pretty
It's
good.
definitely shilling for
My only thing is I'm not exactly the
grouping on
biggest
first
fan of
half.
AI art for like the Farina one, but yeah.
Now, this abyss isn't too bad. It's definitely shilling for.
Oh yeah, Albedo isn't on showcase either. Oh, where is it? Oh,
This isn't
I
too
hit a
bad.
button. 64, 150, 2800 defense. It's great. Wait, no, I did see your Albedo. I don't think it was this same build though. Might not have been. Please image is your favorite. True. I can see why. She's like a little terrorist.
Definitely shilling for Venti and grouping on first half and power application from Durant. But
Did the Mawika build change? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I thought it did. And Chevrolet 150 recharge. Dialogues of Desert Sages. C4. You got her on Noblesse. I should probably put her on Noblesse. Janssen and Chevy are not on the showcase. Look at their cons. He has C4 Chevy, C0 Janssen. Yeah, you really gotta change that. But don't worry, in time, in
there are
time.
other teams you can use to make work.
And you got Spine, okay. Because you need to recharge.
Of course, I
Okay,
took it
fair.
tactically in this case.
Let me see.
できます。
C1 versus Yanyunjin Tainari. And after all of that, you got only one. Mine is C0. I thought I at least had a constellation. I guess not. But shh, that's not important. C1 Chevy. I need constellations for these characters, so I probably will be pulling on the next banners next week. You really wanted to try C4 plus Iansan with Yaimiko? C4 Iansan. What does C4 Iansan do? When kinetic energy skill is present, Yansen will gain 2 stacks of Surging Force after your current active character, excluding herself, uses their elemental burst. The stack lasts until skill leaves the field, and Surging Force can be gained once per skill summoning. So the skill is her attack buff, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. C4 greatly reduces the movement requirement. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have to call that stream. I'm not 100% sure if I'm streaming next week, seeing as it's Christmas Day. Because my house is gonna be a little busy. Not 100% sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'll take care as well. See y'all next week. I was supposed to do something. It's fine. Laters.